everyone, and here, the little Frenchie in Big Texas. Welcome to my channel. So today, if you haven't watched the news, there have been some publications on economic numbers, and here I'm talking about the producer price index. So pretty much how much it costs to all the manufacturing to produce what we use and eat every day. And here the numbers are worse than what they had planned. So the producer price index, which measures the prices paid by wholesalers, increased by 11.2% compared to a year ago. So that's the most that it has risen since November 2010. And then when you look at the consumer price index, which is pretty much how much we pay for things, it is at a 40-year high. 40 years. Last time was 1981 for such a hike, an increase. So the overall cost of gas, food, and other everyday items is increasing at its fastest rate in more than 40 years. Look at that curve. The only spike was 1980, 40 years ago. And when you look at the annual price changes in March, of course, fuel is at the top of the list, but it goes across the board. Everything uses fuel pretty much. Airline, of course, but up to your food getting to your table, meat, poultry, fish, and eggs plus 13.7, and all items 8.5. And this, you can see it in the stores. It is very visible in the stores. And today I went to my local grocery store, HEB, the Texas brand, and this is the greater Houston area. I wanted a few things. And HEB had been pretty good here usually. It was the cheapest store so far compared to the Costco, Kroger, and so on that already increased a lot of prices. HEB tried to keep it low. Meaning if they only had stock from the past, they kept using a stock with the old price. They didn't hike the prices until they ran out, had to purchase new items, new stock, higher price, and then they reflected the higher prices. And today I saw the jump on the pasta, which is already very low in stock. So the first thing is that the aisle, instead of being that big, shrunk to this pretty much to make it look fuller. Just like what they had done with the flour and the sugar about a year ago. Now with the pasta. We are really running low, so compacting to make it look more full, good, except that it's not. And in addition to all this, they increased the prices. So that's already been done. Kroger and so on already jumped a few months ago. Prices are already higher than what they have right now at HEB. But let me take the example of these two pasta here. So they're veggie pasta, because I like to feed some veggies to my girls. And they like this pasta with some colors. It's fun for the kids. So here are my two examples, Barilla and Ronzoni. They used to be $1.25 each, the prices here for these packages at HEB. So the Barilla just jumped to $1.58. So that is 26% price increase. 26% on that bag. The Ronzoni here used to be about the same, $1.25. And it actually increased to $1.68. So here it's 34% price increase. 34. So if I have to choose, I will buy Barilla. It's a tiny bit cheaper. But what's interesting here is that they have a hard time to keep up with the prices on the shelf. And that's a trick you can use. Is I looked through the pasta aisle and I noticed almost all of them had increased to these new prices, except for the veggie. They forgot to change the tag. So that was still at $1.25, which I knew was not correct. But I took a picture. And so when I checked out, of course it's wrong at $1.68. I was like, yeah, but that's not what was on the shelf. And I showed her the picture. And very nicely, she did the rain check. So they honored the price on the shelf. So I actually grabbed a few, what they had. They didn't have that much. They were 4 or 5, but I did get them at $1.25. So little trick here. It only lasts once, but there it goes. price increase on the pasta. So I did a video about a year ago on how to store pasta, mainly spaghetti here, using mason jars and vacuum sealing the jars. And at the time I bought all these, actually a vacuum seal spaghetti. I bought them, they were on sale at $1 each. It was like 10 for $10, $1 each. That was a year ago. And now $1.58, and that is the cheapest price. Because if you go to Kroger, these very same at $1.79. Look at the price increase. This is, 80% here. When you look at the prices at Kroger compared to a year ago when they were running the deal. Wow, these are the times we're living in, folks. So after the pasta, I went to the baking aisle. And here, it had already shrunk, sugar, flour, oil. But what's interesting is the stock level at this point. And the flour was okay, half, I would say. There was some flour you could choose. Same for the oil. But the sugar was gone. There was no sugar. Just the tiny packs or the most expensive sugar. Like if you want the brown sugar, the organic sugar. These, yes, were available, but the regular sugar, gone. So guys, be prepared and stock up when you see things that you use everyday life, buy them. Because these, today at $1.58, how much are they gonna be tomorrow? Because with this consumer price index, producer price index, this is gonna be higher. So just be prepared. If you got a little extra, just buy and stock on what you use. Be prepared. Thank you all for watching.